You are being honored today as the Latina pioneer, and you're going to be next to other, honors today. But also that title belongs to other women that sometimes we look up to, right?
Yes, it's such an honor and so humbled by this distinction for
yes.
women of distinction. And I'm surrounded by 12 wonderful women. I think the only difference is that I think I'm the oldest, and that's why I'm the pioneer.
Don't say that because you look wonderful. I wouldn't know. Tell us a little bit about your journey.
Well, I started as an educator. I'm an educator by birth.
Okay.
I worked at Miami-Dade College. I taught for 15 years. Then I was an associate dean. So I was I matured and I grew up.
Exactly.
Being with young people, and it was just wonderful. I taught English as a second language, and I taught Spanish. So all my students were taking classes because they needed to get ahead, and it was wonderful to see how they flourished and how they succeeded in life. Then I got married, and I moved away, and I had a son. I mean, I already had 2 daughters, and when I moved back to Miami, my husband, who's an economist, and I started a company, and it's called the Washington Economics Group. And after being in education for so long, I became an entrepreneur.
Wow.
Okay. So we have this small company, and we've had it now for 23 years. So for a small company, economics, it's very important.
Exactly.
It's a boutique firm, but it's not very common.
Exactly.
So I do all the accounting, I do all the PR, the marketing, I organize the office. I mean, it's small because we want it to be small.
Okay.
But it's just been a wonderful ride.
What is your perception of the women in general, Latinas, when it comes to our journey? We come to the United States, or some of them are born and raised here. What is your perception of our evolution in the workplace?
Well, you see, I started late. I was a leader at Miami-Dade College when I was a faculty member. I was in the faculty senate, and I represented all the faculty of the college, 900 at that time.
Yes.
Then the older I got, once my young son went to high school, I would say, it's time to go back and be involved with the community.
Yes.
Because before then it was the schools and the friends, and so what I did is I had time to go and get involved with the American Red Cross, with the United Way of Miami-Dade County. So my recommendation to women, one thing I learned early on is don't be scared to speak out.
Wow, okay.
Don't think that because you're surrounded by, 20 men, that you're not as smart as they are, or that they're smarter than you, because they're not.
Yes.
I've heard, so always be sure of yourself, and don't be scared to say something better than nothing.
Exactly.
Okay, and that's my recommendation to all the women, especially when they're young and they're not sure themselves, and as long as you have the credentials, everybody has to listen to you.
Get yourself out there.
Exactly. You have to promote yourself, and if you speak out, people will listen and says, she had something important to say.
Exactly.
And so never be scared of speaking out.
And get involved. I think one of the most things, we have so many things going on in our lives. We want to be moms, we want to be wives, but at the same time, we also want to have a career. Don't be afraid to be multitasking, because I think that's part of who we are now in this society, correct?
Oh yes, believe me, multitasking, that's the description of our life.
Exactly.
And it's very important, and it's a lot of fun too.
Exactly.
Make it fun. Like I always had my work as fun, and my community involvement. I've made wonderful friends that I never thought. Once the governor appointed me to the Judicial Nomination Commission.
Nice.
And I was the only one that was not a lawyer. And they had all these big, highfalutin lawyers next to me and me.
And you were, okay, I'm here, but
I said, I'm the odd man out. I bring a different perspective.
Exactly.
And sure enough, I always came out, when we were interviewing prospective judges, I think I had good questions that they had never thought about. So, so again, you meet all these wonderful people that are involved, and it's a lot of fun.
Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you for doing this.